Hello everyone, my name is Gvidas and welcome to my WordPress course. In this course I will teach you how you can easily create your WordPress blog for free. If you are a beginner and you don't know how everything works, don't worry, because I will explain to you everything you need to know in this step-by-step course. You will learn how to set up your hosting, how to use WordPress, how to use a WordPress text editor, and much more. As well, at the end of this course I will share with you some search engine optimization tips for beginners. But that's not all, because I will show you how to use Google Search Console and Google Analytics. These two things are very important if you want to have a successful website. As you can see right here, this is how our finished product is going to look. I created this blog without spending any money at all, and by following my lessons, you will be able to create a similar website. Of course, the whole customization part will be up to you so that you could create your unique looking WordPress blog. Once you have strong foundations, you know how to use themes and plugins, your customization options will become limitless. If you will face any problems or have any questions, you can join WordPress Explain group and members of the community will help you with any issues. So if you're ready, we can start the course. I would like to start this course with some basic information for beginners. I will talk about domain names, hosting, and WordPress itself. So let's get started. Alright, so what will you need? You're going to need a domain name. Basically, it's just the name of your website. It could be, for example, google.com, facebook.com, or any other. It's going to be up to you what type of domain name you want to use. And if you don't have one, don't worry, because you can easily follow this course even without a domain name, but I highly recommend you to get one. Next thing, we are going to need web hosting. So it's going to be a place, a server, where we are going to keep all our files. For this course, we are going to use 00 Webhost, and using this hosting provider, we will be able to create a WordPress website for free. And the last thing which we are going to need is some type of content management system. And for this course, we are going to use WordPress. Alright, let's talk a little bit about domain names. On the right side, you can see the most popular top-level domain names, or TLDS. Basically, it's just an ending of your domain name. So as you can see, the most popular is .com, in the second place there's .net, .co, and so on. And I would like to share with you some tips for choosing a domain name. So if possible, choose .com. It's the most popular and it's the best recognizable. If you cannot get a domain name with .com, the second best option would be .net. Second tip, make it short, in the best case scenario under 15 characters, because it's going to be way easier to remember your domain name. Next tip, make it easy to pronounce and spell. This is quite important. Let's say somebody finds your blog and that person thinks that you have a really interesting website and you have some interesting topics, and that person would like to tell about your website to his friends. If your domain name is going to be difficult to pronounce and spell, that person is going to have a difficult time letting his friends know about your website. And the last tip would be avoid hyphens. I understand how frustrating it can be choosing a domain name. Sometimes it's not available. For example, if you would look for domain names such as WordPressCourses.com, it would be taken. So usually people tend to go with hyphens in between the words. It's not good because it's confusing. So if you can, try avoiding hyphens. So for this course, we will be using WordPress, and WordPress is a very versatile content management system. With the WordPress, you can easily create blogs, e-commerce websites, and if you can create e-commerce websites, you can easily create dropshipping business or even print-on-demand business. As well, with WordPress, you can easily create business websites. So basically, with WordPress, you can create almost any type of website you can imagine. It has to be one of the reasons why it's so popular. Alright, so if you're ready, let's go ahead and set up your hosting. In this lesson, you'll learn how you can easily set up your hosting and install WordPress for free. So you want to go to 00webhost.com, and once you're here, just scroll down until you see all available plans. In this course, we will be using free web hosting plan, and with this plan, we will get one website, 300 megabytes of disk space. We're going to have limited bandwidth, which is going to be 3 gigabytes. We are not going to get any business email accounts or support. But this plan is a great choice for beginners if you want to learn how to use WordPress and you don't want to spend any money at all. Once you reach all the limitations, you can always upgrade to paid plans. So let's sign up for a free web hosting plan. Let's click free sign up. From here, the sign up procedure is pretty standard. Just enter your email address and set a password. So I'm just gonna skip to the next part. Alright, so once you have finished the registration and you have logged into your account, you should see this message. So just click right here and let's choose what we would like to do. So obviously we are going to create a blog. So let's click start a blog. And what topic are you writing about? This is not very important. I'm just gonna choose other. And right here, just give a name to your website and set a password. Once you have done this, just click submit. And right here, let's select install WordPress. And all you have to do is just set a username and set your password. We will use these credentials to log into our WordPress website. Once you have done this, just click install. And just wait a couple of minutes until the installation is complete. Alright, the installation is complete and now we can check our website. So let's click right here. So we will go to a new tab, and right here all we have to do is just enter our username and password, which we set previously, and click login. Alright, so just like that we installed WordPress for free using 00 Webhost. So let's go back to the dashboard of our hosting. Let's click right here, My Sites. And as you can see, this is the website which we created. So we could click right here, Manage Website. And this is the dashboard of our hosting. And in the later lesson, I will walk you through it. So basically, this is it. This is how you can easily install WordPress for free using 00 Webhost. So once you log into your 00 Webhost dashboard, you should see something like this. And I will start with the sidebar. So tools and website settings can be found right here in the dashboard. And later on, I will show you the most important tools and settings. In community help, you can access Discord, blog, or community forum, just in case you will need some help. Alright, let's go back. And basically these other things are completely up to you. If you want to use them, don't be afraid to test everything yourself and see how it works. Of course, we will not have customer support because we are using a free web hosting plan. So let's go to the dashboard, and as you can see right here, this is the statistics of our website. So basically, as you know, with the free plan we have some limitations, and right here you will be able to see how much of resources you are using right now. So this is a good thing to have, because you will know when you need to upgrade to a paid plan and how much of resources you have used already. Alright, let's go to the websites section. Basically, website section is not very important because we have already installed WordPress and we are not going to use it. As you can see in file section, we only have one active tool, and it's File Manager. Other tools which are gray are not active because we have free web hosting plan. Once you upgrade to a paid plan, you will be able to access these tools as well. So the File Manager is very convenient if you will ever need to upload plugins or themes manually, or maybe you will need to delete them. So let's click on File Manager and I will show you how it looks. Alright, let's click Upload Files. Alright, so this is how it looks. Right here in public HTML, we can access all the files of our website. Let's click right here. This is where all files of our website will be added, like plugins, themes, media files, and other files as well. So from here we can go back to the dashboard. Alright, let's click dashboard. Let's scroll down, and in the main section later I will show you how you can park a domain, because right now the URL of our website doesn't look good. As you can see right here, it's quite long, it doesn't look too good. So we can go back to the dashboard, and as you can see in email section, we don't have too many active tools because we have a free web hosting plan. We are not able to create any email accounts, but we can use email forwarders. But at the moment we cannot use it because we haven't added a domain name to our website. Alright, so we can go to the database section. Alright, so right here we can access the database of our website. So let's click MySQL database, and here we can select what we want to do with this database. Let's click PHPMyAdmin. This way we will be able to access it. And as you can see, this is the database of our website. So basically our website consists out of two main things. These two things are files and database. So as you saw before, in Files Manager we can access all files of our website, such as plugins, themes, media files, and all other information. And database is used to keep your data, like comments, posts, passwords, settings, and similar things like that. So by using this PHPMyAdmin, you could export your database and you could basically move your website to other hosting. But when you are a beginner, you might not use this database at all. So I just want to show you where it is and how you can access it. So alright, let's go back to the dashboard. Let's click dashboard. Let's scroll down and let's see what else we got. In advanced settings, as you can see, we only have one active tool, and it's cron job. So let's click right here. As a beginner, I don't think that you might use this option anytime soon because I rarely use it myself. But basically, using this tool, you can set a script to run at a specific time. At the moment, you might not use this tool, but it's good to know where it is. Maybe in the future you'll have a plugin which needs to run a certain script at a certain time. Alright, let's go back to the dashboard. And let's scroll to the bottom and let's see what else we got. So in other settings we have password protection, so we can change the password, do some other settings as well. In hot link protection, we can add extra layers of protection for certain folders. We can add some IPs to block lists, so people with that IP address won't be able to access our website. And we can go to fix file ownership. Let's click right here and let's see what we have. So in the first section, we have FTP credentials to access all our files using FTP. We can do the same with File Manager, but it's good to know that this option exists. So in the website name, as you can see, this is how the URL of our website looks. We will be able to change it by adding our domain name, and later on I will show you how it's done. So as well, you can change the password, we can change the PHP version. So it's good practice to keep everything up to date. So we can switch to the latest PHP version. Let's click 7.4. All right, let's see what else we got. We have a website category. This is not very important. And we have some other tools as well. So as you can see, we can hide the 00 web host branding, but we cannot do this with a free version. And if you will decide to choose a paid hosting plan, you will be able to hide this branding by turning it off right here. So basically these are the most important settings which you might use in the future, but when you are a beginner, I completely understand that this information might not be so important, but it's good to know where everything is. Maybe in the future you will need to use some of these tools. In this lesson I'll show you how you can easily add a domain name to your website, because at the moment the URL of our website looks like this and we could add a domain name. So to do this you would have to go right here to the dashboard. Let's scroll down until you see Park Domains. Let's click right here, and as you can see, if you don't have a domain name, you can purchase one right here. But if you have already registered your domain name, let's say at GoDaddy or anywhere else, you would have to choose this option, connect a domain name. So let's click Park Domain and let's click next. Alright, so all you have to do is just enter the domain name which you have already registered and click Park Domain. So for the next step, we will need to find name servers. So to find our name servers, you would have to click right here, Park Domains, and these are going to be our name servers. So you want to copy them both. Once you have done this, just go to the website where you have registered your domain name. In my case, it's going to be GoDaddy. So once you're here, go to the list of all your domains, and basically it doesn't matter where you have registered your domain name. It could be GoDaddy or any other place. The procedure is going to be the same. So all you have to do is just click right here and select Manage DNS. Alright, and as you can see, we have this section of name servers. So we will have to change these two name servers with our new name servers. So just paste these two name servers, and once you have done this, just click Save. Alright, let's say you have registered your domain name at hostinger.com. In this case, to point your domain name to 00 web host, you would have to go to the domains section, select your domain which you want to use, and right here all you have to do is just update name server. So just like we did with a GoDaddy, you have to do the same right here. So just paste those two name servers which we copied previously and click update. So from here we can go back to the dashboard of our hosting. So basically what we did, we changed the previous name servers with this one and that one. And as you can see underneath the linked websites, it says waiting for name servers. So it might take up to 24 hours until these changes start to work, but usually it doesn't take so long. And within an hour, everything should be okay. So after we have waited some time, we can now go ahead and check if we can access our website using this domain name. Alright, as you can see, everything seems great. We were able to access our website using the domain name which we added previously. So that means it was added successfully. So this is it. This is how you can add a domain name to your hosting. In this lesson, I will walk you through the dashboard of WordPress. But before we can access it, we have to go right here to our URL. And at the end of it, enter /wp-admin and hit enter. And just enter your username and password which we created when we installed WordPress, and click login. Alright, so this is how our WordPress dashboard is going to look, and let's start with the very first section, which is called dashboard. So in the home section, basically this is not very important. Right here you can check some information about WordPress, there's some information for you to get started, and so on. From here we can move on to update section right here. And this section is quite important because if you will have any outdated plugins or themes, right here you will see a notification that you should update them. So don't ignore ignore these messages, keep everything up to date because it's a good practice. So as I can see, I have some outdated plugins, but actually I'm not going to update any of them because I'm not planning to use this plugin and I'm not planning to use this theme as well. I will delete them later, so there's no need to update them. So inside section, it was basically added with the help of plugin. I believe the plugin which added this function was this one, Insights. So when we install the WordPress to our hosting, these plugins were already pre-installed by default. So this is the plugin which was pre-installed, this one, that one, and WordPress forms. So from here we can move on to post section. In the post section, basically you will be able to add new blog posts, you will be able to create categories, tags, and once you click on all posts, you will be able to see the list of all your blog posts. So as you can see right now, we only have one blog post which was added by default, and it's called Hello World. So right here we can delete this post, we can edit it, and we can do all other changes as well. So if you would click right here, you would add a new blog post. Later on I will show you how to add your blog posts, how to use WordPress text editor. In later lessons we will use categories to create new categories for our blog posts, and later on we will use these categories to create the main navigation menu. We will not be using tags at all because they are not important, and from here we can move on to media section. So in media we can check the library of all media files such as images, videos, and similar. So if you would have any media files, these all files would be displayed right here, and if you need to add new ones, you can click right here or here. So from here we can move on to pages section. So in pages section we can check all the pages which we already have. So let's click all pages, and as you can see we have some pages which were created by default. So we have privacy policy page and we have sample page. So in this list we will be able to see all our pages. If we would click add new, we would be able to create a new page using WordPress text editor. Usually beginners don't understand the difference between pages and posts, and that wasn't an exception. I was kind of confused what is the main difference between them. To put this in a simple way is that posts are just like your blog posts. So you most likely are going to have a lot of blog posts in different categories, and these blog posts are displayed on your blog page in a reverse chronological order, and they have publish date and they have author and all similar information. Meanwhile, pages are a little bit different. Pages are meant for important and static information. So most likely you're not going to have a lot of pages. Most likely you're going to have such pages as contact us, about us, home page. If you would have an e-commerce store, you would have such pages as shipping and delivery, returns and refunds, and all other similar pages as well. Okay, from here we can move on to comments section. Let's click on comments, and right here basically we can moderate all the comments. As you can see, we have one comment which was added by default, and if you want you can unapprove this comment, reply to this comment, you can edit it, you can mark it as a spam, or you can put it to the bin. So basically in the comment section you will be able to see all the comments. Alright, so as I mentioned you before, WordPress forms, it's a plugin. Later on I will show you how to use email forms to create contact us page, but since we are not going to use this plugin, we can skip this section and let's move on to appearance section. So obviously appearance section is all about the appearance. So right here, once you click on themes, you would be able to see which theme is currently active. So this is the theme which is active right now, and as you can see we have 3 other inactive themes. Later on when I will be talking about themes, I will talk about this section more in depth. Alright, so we can move to customize section. So this section is all about the customization part of your theme. So right here you will be able to do layout adjustments, you will be able to change the header, the colors, and all similar things which are related to your theme. Widgets, basically widgets are small blocks of content which can be displayed in various places of your website. So for example, this is the list of all available widgets, and these are places where we can add these widgets. So we have, as you can see with this theme, we have 6 different places where we can display these widgets. Later on I will talk more in depth about these all widgets, and from here we can move on to menu section. So menus, as you probably understand, this is where we are going to create our main navigation menu, and later on I will show you how it's done. So right, header section, background section, these 2 sections come together with customization options, so there's no need to talk about them. Probably these 2 sections were added by the theme which is active right now, and as I can see, this section about Shapely, this section was added by the theme which we are not going to use, so there's no need to talk about this section as well. Alright, so theme editor, we are not going to use theme editor because we are not going to do any changes for our code. This section is for more advanced users, so since we are not going to do any changes, we will do all customization settings in this section, so there's no need to talk about about it. Alright, let's move on to plugins. So right here you will be able to add new plugins, delete plugins. You can even check all the plugins once you click right here, install plugins. Alright, so as you can see, this is the list of plugins, and later on I will show you how to add plugins, how to delete them, and all similar information. And once you click right here, add new, you would be able to add new plugins. And the plugin editor right here is just like the same thing as an appearance section theme editor, except the plugin editor is meant for editing code of plugins, so we are not going to use it. We can go to users section. So let's go right here, and here we would be able to see all the users, but since I'm the only user, as you can see right here, this is my username, this is the email, so I'm administrator. And by clicking right here, you would be able to add new users. So this is the form which you would have to fill up if you want to add a new user. Alright, if you would go to your profile section, we would be able to do some changes to our profile. We can change the color scheme. Let's click this one. I guess we'll go to default one. We can add our first name, last name, and all other contact information. So yeah, this section is all about users. We can change the color scheme and we can add some more information about us. Alright, let's move to tools section. Tools section is actually meant for importing, exporting your settings, exporting your personal data, and all similar information. I don't use this section very often unless, let's say, once I install a certain plugin, the tools, the settings of this plugin might be added to this list, so I don't use this option very often. Alright, all-in-one WordPress migration is a plugin which was pre-installed already, so using this plugin we would be able to export our website or import the previous website. So if you're planning to export your website, you can keep this plugin, or if you're planning to import your previous WordPress website to this hosting, you can keep this plugin and you can use it. Alright, settings section. I will talk about settings more in depth in other lesson because there's like more things to talk about it. So basically this is it. That's all you need to know about WordPress dashboard. As you can see, it's quite simple. From the first glance it might look a little bit confusing because there's like a lot of tools, but actually most likely you're not going to use all of these tools. So that's all about WordPress dashboard. In this lesson I would like to show you some of the most important WordPress settings. So once you have logged into your WordPress dashboard, all settings related to WordPress are done in this section. So let's start with the general settings. Alright, so right now we can change the site title and add a tagline. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Alright, once you have done this, we can scroll down. As well, here you can change the site language, time zone, date format, time format, and do some other general adjustments. So once you have finished doing these changes, don't forget to click save, and from here we can move on to writing section. Right here, we will not be doing any changes because everything is good by default, and to be honest, I never do any adjustments in writing section. From here we can move on to reading section. Alright, so as you can see, in this section we can change our homepage. We can set it as the latest post, or we can choose a static page. In later lesson I will show you what is the difference between the latest post and the static page, and I will show you how you can create a static page as your homepage and how you can create a blog page for your blog posts. As well, if you want, you can change how many blog posts are going to be shown per page, but I usually leave all the settings as they are by default because everything is good. So from here we can move on to discussion section. So discussion settings are all about comments. So right here you can change who can leave the comments. You can check that only registered users can comment on your blog post and do some other similar adjustments. But I would say the most important part of this section is this one, comment block list. So most likely you're going to get a spammy comments, and these comments are going to be displayed in this comment section. So right here, using comment block list, you can add email addresses, IP addresses to this block list, and these comments will be blocked. So you should only add one IP address per line. And how to find an IP address, you would have to go to comment section right here, and right here you will see who left that comment. And as you can see, in offer section we have one comment, and we can see that there's like a URL. We can see that there is email address, and underneath the email address we would see an IP address, which we would copy, and we would go to settings section, we would click discussion, and right here in comment block list you would have to add this IP address. So let's scroll down. What else we got? Basically these all other changes are up to you if you want to use avatar for your profile and if you want to do any other adjustments as well. So if you have decided to do some adjustments, don't forget to click save, and from here we can move on to media section. Actually, media section is also good as it is by default because we are not going to do any changes at all. But as you can see here, you can change the thumbnail size, you can change the medium size of the image and the large size of the image as well. So from here we can move on to permalinks, and this section is probably one of the most important ones, because as you can see right here we can change how we want to make our blog posts look in their URL. So for example, right now it doesn't look good and it doesn't do any help for us, so you would have to change it to post name. Let's change it to the post name. So once you have done this, we can click save changes and we can move on to privacy section. In privacy section, just select your privacy policy page, and as you can see, this one was set by default, so we can leave it as it is. Later on I will show you how you can create your own privacy policy page using generator. So basically that's it. These are the most important WordPress settings, and probably one of the most important settings are right here in permalinks section. So that's all you need to know about WordPress settings. So as you can see, this is how our website looks now, and it doesn't look too good. So we could install a theme. Let's go to the dashboard. Let's click dashboard, and let's go to appearance section, and let's click themes. So as you can see right here, we have one active theme. That's the one which is currently active, and we could add another theme by going right here, and let's click add new. Alright, so as you can see, there are plenty of different themes available, and if you want to use any other theme, feel free to do that. But in this course I will be using theme which is called BAM. So you want to search for this theme in this search bar, just enter BAM. So this is the theme which we are going to use, so let's click install. Once the installation is complete, click activate. Alright, so as you can see, now we have BAM theme and it's active. So to save disk space, we can delete all of these themes which we are not going to use. So to delete a theme, you would have to click right here on theme details and just click delete. Click OK. And just like that, I'm gonna delete the rest of these themes which we are not going to use. So now we have only one active theme, and we can see how our website looks now. So let's go right here and let's click visit website. Alright, it looks a little bit better, but not too good, because later on I will show you how to do customization adjustments and all other things as well. So right now we could go ahead and install one plugin which we are going to use for SEO. So let's go to plugin section and let's click add new. So just like with the themes, to find a plugin which you need, you have to use a search bar. So right here just enter SEO, and this is the plugin which we are going to use. Just click install now and click activate. So once you click activate, you will go to the list of all your plugins, and as you can see, we have some inactive plugins. So just like we did with the themes, we can delete them because we are not going to use them, and this way we will save some of the disk space because we don't have as many resources as we would have with a paid plan. So we could delete these all inactive plugins. Just click delete, click OK, and I'm gonna do the same with these two other plugins. As well, we could deactivate this plugin. Just click deactivate, and let's select I no longer need this plugin, and let's click submit and deactivate. So as you can see, you can only delete deactivated plugins. So let's click delete. Okay. So as you can see, once we installed SEO plugin, it was added to our dashboard right here. And in a later lesson, I will show you the most important settings, and I will show you how to use this plugin. So yeah, this is it. This is how you can add themes, plugins. You can even delete them. And the main difference between themes and plugins is that themes are meant for the design part of your website. So you can only have one active theme at a time. And as you saw, there are plenty of themes available. In a later lesson, I will show you where I buy premium themes. Even though two websites could use the same theme, but at the end of the day, these two websites could look completely different because of the customization options and other similar things. And plugins are meant for adding new features, new functionalities to your website. Unlike themes, you can have as many plugins active as you wish, but I must warn you, you shouldn't have too many active plugins. Otherwise, these plugins will consume a lot of your resources and your website will start to lag. So you should only keep the plugins which you really need, and if you are not using a certain plugin anymore, don't forget to deactivate it and delete it. So that's all you have to know about plugins and themes. Alright, so in this lesson I will show you where you can look for premium themes and where I buy most of my themes myself. So this website is called, as you can see, themeforest.net. So once you're here, if you want, you can look for WordPress blog themes. And as you can see, we have over 6,000 different themes. So as you can see, you can get a nice looking theme for $19. And there are a couple very important factors which you should consider before purchasing a premium theme. So first of all, you should check how many reviews it has. Does it have good reviews? Usually if the theme doesn't even have at least 4 stars, I never buy these type of themes, and it should have at least 10 good reviews. So as you can see, this theme doesn't cost much. It just costs $19 and it has a 5-star rating and 50 good reviews. It has 3.2k sales. So usually if a certain theme doesn't even have at least a couple of hundred sales, don't buy these themes. And the most important thing is you should check when was the last time this theme was updated. So this theme was updated not so long ago, and this is very important because you don't want to purchase an outdated theme because it might not work as expected. You might have some issues with it and so on. So we can click on this theme and check how it looks. So to do this, you want to click live preview. And from here we will be able to see how this theme is going to look. So basically, if you're going to use this theme, you will be able to create these type of blogs. As you can see, there are some different styles available. Of course, it doesn't mean that these are the only styles which you will be able to use, because you can create your own unique look. But for example, if we would purchase this theme, which costs just $19, we would be able to create a blog which would look something like this. So as you can see, this is quite nice looking blog. So let's say you like this theme and you want to purchase it and have it on your website. So installation process is a little bit different. So let's say once you have purchased this theme, you should go to your profile and select downloads. As you can see right here, I have some themes, some plugins which are previously purchased. And for example, let's say this is going to be your theme, and first of all you want to download it. So to do this, you would have to click right here and select installable WordPress file only. Just click download. And once you have downloaded this file, you should download this license certificate and purchase code, because you will need a code which is going to be inside that PDF file to activate a certain theme. So once the download has completed, we can go to our WordPress website. And to install that theme, we would have to go right here in appearance section, click themes one more time and click add new. So instead for searching that theme in this whole list, we would have to click upload theme, and you would have to upload that zip file which we downloaded previously. As you remember, it was called installable WordPress file only. So you want to add this file right here, click install. And once the installation is complete, you will get a message if you want to activate this theme. Just click activate, and once the activation is complete, you should get somewhere a notification that if you want to use that theme, you have to add your purchase code first. Just click on that message and open that PDF file which we downloaded previously and just enter that code. That's it. As you can see, it's quite simple, but most of theme creators, they usually charge for this procedure about $20 or $30, but you can do it yourself. Alright, so in this lesson I will show you how you can create pages and create post categories, because we will be using these pages to display in our footer section, and we will be using categories to display them in our navigation menu. So first of all, we can start by creating some pages. To create a new page, click add new. And the pages which we are going to create are going to be about, contact us. Also, we will create terms of use, and we are going to edit a page which is called privacy policy. So first of all, we can create a page about. So all you have to do is just add a title. And right here you can add some information about your blog. So I have some text ready. Of course, it's just a random text. As you can see, we have two different blogs with two different paragraphs. One block and the second block. So to add new block, you would have to click right here, paragraph, and just enter the information. If you want, you can even add a header for a certain section. Let's say we could add history. And to make it a header, you would have to click on this blog section and change it from paragraph to heading. So this is how the information is added. Let's say you want to add an image to this about page section. All you have to do is just click right here, plus, and here you will see all the blocks available. So let's say we can add image, we can add gallery, we can add different columns. So as you can see, we have lots of different blocks available as page break, paragraph. So in paragraph you can add various information. As you know, heading section is for headings, just like the one here. You can add list. Let's click on the list. So this way we will add a block of list just like this one. If you want, you can add image. To do this, just click right here, image, and all you have to do is just click upload. So yeah, I just added an image. We can change the placing of this image. We can choose center alignment. We can choose right alignment, or we can go back to center alignment. So yeah, you can add images. You can add various different blocks. Most of the time you're going to use such blocks as paragraph, heading, maybe some images, maybe some columns. When you are creating columns, let's click on these columns. So we have some different variations. Let's say we want to have 2 columns. Once you click right here, 2 columns will be added, and we can add information to these columns. So we can add a block. So again, once you click add a block, we have the same options available. So we can again add paragraphs, we can add images. So let's add 1 paragraph of text. Alright, so there's gonna be 1 paragraph of text, and let's add an image. So to do this, you want to select image, and we can choose from media library. Alright, I'm just gonna choose this image, click select. Yeah, and as you can see, this way you can add different information, different blocks into columns. So if you need to add some more information, just go here and select what type of information you want to add. So here we have most used blocks. Here you can choose from common blocks. You can add various other elements. So it's completely up to you what type of blocks you want to add to your pages or your blog posts. Later on, when I will be creating blog posts, I will talk even more about these blocks. But for now, I just wanted to show you what are the most commonly used and how to use them. As I said, it's completely up to you what type of blocks you want to use, and just explore it yourself. If something doesn't work out, you can always delete and start over. So yeah, once you have done creating your about page, we can preview it. Once you click right here, as you can see, this is how our about page is going to look. So let's go back. And once you have done creating your about page, click publish, or you can just create pages without any content, and later on we will edit this content. We will do changes to it because you can edit these pages. So once you have created your about page, we can go back and create page terms of use. So again, to create terms of use page, just click add new. Let's give a title and just add information. I'm just gonna create blank page, terms of use. I'm just gonna click publish. And right now in the page section, we are not going to need simple page. This one was created by default. We can delete it. And just like that, I will add the last page, which is going to be contact us. I'm just gonna create it without adding any information. Also, I would like to show you how you can generate your own privacy policy. So to do this, you want to go a website, privacypolicygenerator.info. And right here, just fill up your information. Once you have done this, just click next. And in this section, we will have to answer to some questions. So do you use cookies on your website? Maybe in the future, you're going to decide that you will use cookies for, let's say, creating retargeting ads, for running ads. So you can select the answer yes. Maybe in the future you are going to use. And the second question is, do you show advertising through Google AdSense on your website? So let's say if you're planning to monetize your blog with AdSense, you should select yes. And if you are going to use any other advertising platforms to monetize your blog, you should select yes as well. So once you have answered these questions, just click next and select country, state, and enter your email address. Once you have finished adding information, just click generate my privacy policy. And once it's complete, just click this, copy text to clipboard, and we can go back to our privacy policy page. So alright, this is our privacy policy page. We can click and edit it. So all you have to do right now is just select all the text which was created previously, because we are not going to use it, and click delete. And let's paste the information which we copied previously. Yeah, so as you can see, this is our new privacy policy which we generated ourselves for our website. And once everything is finished, just click update. And we can go back to the list of our pages. So yeah, as you can see right now, we have 4 different pages. And as I mentioned you before, these pages are basically information for our visitors. As you can see, they will be able to read information about us, about our blog. They will be able to contact us. Later, I will show you how to add contact form to contact us page. They will be able to check our privacy policy and terms of use policy. So the goal of this lesson is to show you how to create pages and how to edit pages. So once you have have created these pages, later on we will be adding these pages to our footer, but before we do that, we should create some categories. So we are going to use categories for publishing our blog posts. So our blog posts, they are going to have a certain category, they will belong to a certain category, and to create categories you want to go to post section and click categories. By default we are going to have one category on categorized, and we cannot delete it, so you can change it to any category which you're going to use. So for example, this blog which I'm creating right now is going to be about WordPress courses, so I'm just gonna call this category as WordPress, and to do changes just click quick edit, and I'm gonna change it to WordPress. The name is going to be displayed once you go to that category, and the slug is going to be displayed in our URL. Alright, so once you have finished doing this, just click update category, and right now we can add some new categories. So it's up to you what type of categories you're planning to have. So right now I'm planning to have in total 4 parent categories, and I'm going to add about 4 child categories. So first of all, I'm gonna add parent categories. To add it, all you have to do is just add name, slug, and that's it, and click add new category. So as you can see right now, we have 2 different categories, and these are parent categories. So just like that, I'm gonna add 2 other categories as well. So as you can see, in total I have 4 different parent categories, and now let's say I want to add 2 different child categories for my WordPress category. So in WordPress I would like to have such categories as themes and plugins. So like I said before, it's completely up to you how many parent categories you're planning to have or how many child categories you're planning to have. So for this demonstration I'm just gonna add plugins as a child category to my WordPress category. So to do this, you want to go right here again and just give a title and a slug to that category. And this time, instead clicking add new category, we have to select parent category. So just click right here and select parent category. So in this case it's going to be WordPress, and I'm just gonna click add new. So just like this, I'm going to add some more child categories. So right, this is how my tree of categories is going to look. So as you can see, I have 4 main parent categories, and I have 2 parent categories which have 2 child categories each. Alright, so since now you know how to create pages and edit them, you also know how to create categories. From here we can go and create menus. As you can see, this is how our contact us page looks right now, and our visitors, basically they don't even have possibility to contact us, so we should do some changes to it. So first of all, let's go to our dashboard, and we could use WordPress forms to create our contact us form, but instead I would recommend you to go to plugins and click add new. We will add another plugin for our forms, and all you have to do is search for Ninja Forms. So just install this plugin and activate it. So once you have activated this plugin, we don't need WordPress forms anymore. So we could go here and deactivate it, and we can delete it as well. Alright, so now we can go to our Ninja Forms, click on dashboard, and as you can see, we have contact me form already created for us. So all we have to do right now is just do some changes to this form. So click right here and click edit. As you can see, this is how our form is going to look. But first of all, we should do some changes, and we should hide this title of our form. So to do this, go right here in advanced section, click display settings, and disable display form title. So once you have done this, just click done and hit publish. Let's go back to our dashboard, and all you have to do right now is just copy this code, copy, and let's go to our pages. Let's see all pages, and right here we should select contact us, and let's click edit. And once you're here, all you have to do is just paste that code which we copied previously, and we can preview our contact us form. And as you can see, this is how our contact us form is going to look. So our visitors will be able to contact us using this form. We are going to receive email messages to our administrator's email address, the one which we used when we were installing WordPress. And if you are fine with this form, you are fine with the way how it looks, we can go back to our page editor, and you can click update. But let's say you would like to add your email address as well and the phone number to this form. So you should go here, click add, and select layout elements, and from here click on columns. Let's select 2 columns, And here we can add some text. So we could add, let's say, our email address. And in the second column, we could add our phone number. So again, let's click on paragraph and let's enter our phone number. Alright, so once you're done, we can go and preview our contact us page again. And as you can see, this is how it's going to look. And if you're fine with the way this form looks, we can go back and all you have to do is just click update. Just like that, we created our contact us page. So once you have created some pages and added some categories, we can go ahead and create our main menu. Right now, as you can see, our pages are being displayed in our main menu, but instead of pages, we could display certain categories in our main menu. So to do this, you should go to your dashboard and in appearance section, select menus. From here, we have to create our menus. So let's name it main navigation menu and click create menu. So to this menu, we can add pages. So these are all pages which we created previously. As you can see, we have contact us, terms of use, and about page. But since I mentioned you before, I don't want to use any of these pages in menu. I would like to use categories instead. So to use categories, let's go right here and click view all. So right here, we can see all our categories. So let's add them all to our menu. Click add, and as you can see, our parent categories are missing child categories because all categories are being displayed as parent categories. So let's say if we want to add to WordPress our child categories, plugins and themes, we would have to click on it and move it a little bit to the right. This way we will add this category plugins as a child, which will be displayed in menu. So let's do the same with themes, and let's do the same with plugins for WooCommerce, and let's do the same for Woo themes for WooCommerce as well. So once you have done this, we can select where this menu is going to be displayed. So we have two different options where we can display this menu. The first location is main menu, so it's going to be main navigation menu, and we have a top bar menu. So we don't want to display this menu in top bar, we want to display this menu in our main menu. To do this, just click main menu and hit save. And from here we can go back to our homepage and let's see how it looks now. Yeah, and as you can see, this is how our menu looks now. We have drop shipping as a parent category, we have print on demand, and we have WooCommerce with other child categories. The same goes for WordPress. And if you don't like the placing of each section, we can go back to menus and do some changes. So let's go back, select appearance, let's go to menus, and from here we can move all these categories. So we can move WooCommerce to the first place and we can move WordPress to the second place. So once you have done this, just click save. Let's go back and let's check how it looks now. So as you can see, the placing has changed. So this is how you create your menus. So once we have created some categories and we have added them to our navigation menu, we can start creating some blog posts for our demo content, because once you create some demo content, it's much easier to understand how your finished product is going to look. It's much easier to customize your theme and basically customize your whole blog. So let's go ahead and add our first blog post. I just want to show you how WordPress text editor works. So let's go to post section and let's click add new. So from here you will be able to add a blog post, and as you can see right here, you should give a title for your blog post, and right here you will be able to add a content. But usually when I write blog posts, when I write content for my blogs, I like to write them in a text editor like Microsoft Office Word or like Google Docs, because it's much easier to write content in the text editors when it's like writing in WordPress text editor. And once you have finished writing text, just copy the whole text and paste it right here, and you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever, because WordPress text editor recognizes there's like your paragraphs, headings, like listings, all these type of content is being recognized by WordPress, and it will be added in the content blocks. So I'm just gonna paste some content and I will walk you through the most important content blocks. So alright, as you can see, I finished adding content, and when I add blog posts, I usually use just a couple of content blocks. For example, I use paragraphs, I use headings, and I use images. That's all I use most of the time. Sometimes I use embed YouTube videos, and as you can see right here, this is how my blog post is going to look. And as you can see, this blog post was created using content blocks. So as you can see, this is a block of content and it's called paragraph block, and you can find these blocks right here. But as I mentioned mentioned you before, once you paste your content into WordPress text editor, it automatically recognizes which content block was pasted, and it automatically recognizes that it's a paragraph, it was a heading. Here we have another paragraph, and all I had to do is just do some layout adjustments. I added some spaces in between paragraphs and headings. As you can see right here, I added a space, and to add a space you would have to go right here in content blocks, and you would find this space block in layout elements right here, spacer. And as you can see right here, we have lots of different content blocks, and it's completely up to you what type of blocks you're planning to use. As I mentioned to you before, most of the time I only use paragraphs, headings, images, sometimes YouTube embed videos, and to find these blocks you would have to look all through these content blocks which are available right here. For example, if you want to add embed YouTube video, you would have to click right here, and just like that you can add a YouTube video, Facebook post, Instagram post, or a tweet from Twitter. So basically we have lots of different content blocks, and I highly recommend you to test them out yourself to see which you are planning to use yourself, because otherwise you're not going to learn much if you're not going to practice yourself. So I highly recommend you to test everything yourself to see how it works, and if you mess up something, don't worry, you can always start from the beginning. So like I said, for this blog post I used paragraphs. So as you can see right here, I used paragraphs, I used spaces. As you can see, you can also move each block by clicking right here, or you can move by dragging anywhere you want. And once you add spaces, for example, you can change the size of space, you can duplicate blocks. Once you click right here, you can click duplicate, and you will duplicate the content block, and you can delete it as well by clicking right here, remove block. So like I said, I used paragraph, I used some spacers, I used some headings. Right here you can even choose a different level of a heading, and right here we have some other paragraphs, and added an image. So to add an image you would have to go right here again and select an image block, just like that. Added some spaces as well. So as you can see, this block is a list block. It's very easy to add it, just go right here and you will find it. It's going to be called list, and I will show you what else I added. So as you can see, I added the image just like the previous image, added again some paragraphs, added a table with information by clicking right here. In formatting section, I selected table. So just look around, see what type of content blocks you might use. Like I said, most of the time I only use paragraphs, headings, images, sometimes embed YouTube videos, just like this one right here. So it's very simple, it's very easy to use. And in the past, the WordPress text editor used to be not so flexible, but nowadays it's extremely flexible and you can easily create a nice looking blog post. So once you have finished adding content, we will go back to this SEO plugin later on. I will show you how to optimize your blog post with keywords because there's like a lot of things to talk about it. So later on we will come back to this section, but for now it's important to know how to use content blocks, how to add content to your blog. And once you have finished adding your content, all you have to do is just go to document section, select your category. So obviously the category for this blog post is going to be dropshipping right here, and you should add a featured image for this blog post. So all you have to do is just click right here, and you should go to your media library, or you can upload images yourself by selecting from the file or dragging files in this section. So let's go back to media library and let's select our featured image. So I guess I'm gonna select this image. All right, and let's click select image. So once you have finished adding content, you can publish, or if you want, you can preview how it's going to look. So let's click on preview. And as you can see, this is how our blog post is going to look. So it has our featured image, it has our title. So we have some paragraphs, we have spaces in between paragraphs and headings, we have images, so we have a table, and we have embedded YouTube video. So just like that, you can add blog posts. So as I said, if you are satisfied the way this blog post look, we can go back to our WordPress text editor and we can click publish. So as you can see, just like that, I added some demo content as I mentioned you before, because it's going to be much easier to customize our theme. So let's go to our homepage and let's see how our blog looks now. So as you can see, this is it, how it looks with demo content, and from here it's going to be much easier to customize our theme because we will have a better understanding how our finished product is going to look. So basically this is it. This is how you add blog posts to your blog. As you can see, it's quite easy. I highly recommend you to go and test blog elements, because by following this lesson you will not be able to add a blog post. So first of all, you need to know how to use WordPress text editor, and you should get more familiar with it. So as you can see, this was our first blog post, and this is how it's going to look. To start customizing your blog, you would have to go right here in this section and click customize. So we will start by customizing our header section, and our header section is going to be right here. This is our header section, and later on we are going to do some changes to our footer area. So this is going to be our footer. So we can start with site identity. As you can see, there's like our title and tagline, which is being displayed right here in this section. But we can change this title and tagline with our logo. So I'm just gonna add a logo which I created previously. Select from the file, and this is going to be my logo. Just click select. Right here you have to crop your image. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. All right, it should be good. Alright, so this is how it looks now, but we don't need this section anymore, so we can disable it once you click right here. Next, we can add site icon. So using these dimensions, I created an image. So I'm just gonna add the image which I created previously. So just gonna select from the file. This is the one. Once it finished uploading, just click select. So we can go back and we can do some other changes as well. Let's say we can change the colors of our website. So the primary color is this one. You can see it right here. You can see it right here. And we can change it. So I'd like to change this color to the same color as this one. So I already know the code of this color, and all I have to do is just click right here and paste that code. So as you can see now, the color is different, and just like that you can change any color you want. And like I said, this theme is quite amazing because it has so many customization options. So we can go back. If you want, you can add an image to your header. So these are the recommendations right here. So you would add an image right here, but I don't see any reason why I should add one. So I'm just gonna go back, and background image, you can add image right here as your background, but again, it's up to you. If you want, you can add one, but I don't see any reason why I should. So right in menu section, we have locations for menus. So basically we have two locations where we can add our menus. So this is our main menu location, and we have top bar menu location. So let's say we can create another menu for our top bar, and we could add it right here. It's up to you, but I'm not going to add one because I'm going to add pages, important pages in the footer. So I'm just gonna disable this top bar. So we can go back. About widgets section, there's a little bit more to talk about. So in other lesson, I will talk more about this section. We can go to homepage section. So you can change the section, what type of homepage you want to have. If you want, you can have your homepage as your latest post. So this is set to latest post. As you can see, it's showing our latest post, or we can change it to a static page. So we can create some other page for our homepage. We can add some type of content elements, and we can set it as our homepage. As well, we can create other page with a title blog, and in this page we would have all our blog posts. But for now, I'm just gonna leave as it is. Later on I will show you the difference. So let's go back to other settings. In general options, you can change the site layout. You can switch to boxed, and it would look something like this. You can even check and see how your website would look on tablet or smartphone. As you can see, this is how it would look on tablet, and this is how it would look on a smartphone. All right, let's go back to desktop view, and if you want, you can keep it as boxed. It's up to you. This section is up to you. If you want, you can create your own unique look, and here we have some other options available. So you can change to single container to separate containers. So as you can see, there's like a difference when you change content layout from separate containers to a single container. I prefer this look, so again, it's up to you. Also, you can do some other layout adjustments in this section. For example, as you can see, we can change the size of containers. So this section is completely up to you. You can leave it as it is by default, and we can go back to other settings. So let's go to header section, and in general settings, we can change header style to horizontal style. As you can see, it would look like this, but I'm just gonna keep as a default style because I think it looks much better. You can do some other changes as well. So it's completely up to you what changes you want to make. I just wanted to show you what are the possibilities, and we can go back. And as I said, I would like to disable this top bar. To do this, I would have to go back and I would have to select top bar. So in general settings, uncheck display top bar and it will disappear. So my website is going to look something like this. And yeah, so these settings are completely up to you. I recommend you to explore them, test all the settings yourself, because it doesn't matter if you're going to select any different theme. Most of these customization settings are going to be very similar. As you can see, this theme has a lot of different settings available. In most cases, free themes, they don't have so many settings. As you see, once you click right here, if you want, you can get a pro version of this theme. And once you finish doing changes to your WordPress blog, just click publish. And as you can see, this is how our blog looks right now. All right, let's talk about widgets. So basically, widgets are small containers of content. So on the right sidebar, we have these widgets. So this search bar is a widget. This section of recent posts is a widget as well. And all these other sections are widgets. So basically, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 widgets. So to change them, to edit them, to add some different widgets, we should go to our dashboard and we would have to go right here in appearance section and we would have to select widgets. So what widgets you should display? Okay, let's go back to our homepage, and I believe we could add like social media widgets, so our visitors could find us on social media like Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, or any other social profile. We could also add a form where our visitors could subscribe to our newsletter. As well, we could add some content widget where we would display our most popular blog posts. So to do this, let's go back to our dashboard and we would have to go to widget section. But first of all, before we start doing some changes to widget section, I would like to install one plugin. Once we install a social media plugin, we will be able to use it to add our social media profiles to widget section, and we will be able to add share buttons in our blog posts. So let's say our visitors could share certain blog posts on their Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Pinterest. So this plugin is called SEO Social Share. Just enter it in the search bar. And this is the plugin we have to install. Just click install. Once the installation is complete, activate it. And as you can see, this plugin was added to our WordPress panel. So we can do some changes to this plugin. Once you click right here, SEO Social Share. All right, we can change how our icons is going to be displayed. We can change it to square. I just want to show you the most important settings. We can disable floating sharing interface, because otherwise we will have social share buttons on the side of our blog. So it's up to you. If you want, you can use them. You can test everything yourself, but I'm just going to show you the most important settings. So I'm just going to disable this one. And in standard interface, we can select what type of social share buttons we want to add. So I'm just going to keep the most popular ones. So Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest. I guess I'm going to keep Reddit. In this section, check this box, because these share buttons will be shown at the top of our content and in the bottom of our content. Next thing which you can do is go to placement section and uncheck pages, because we don't really need to show share buttons in our pages such as contact us, privacy policy, terms of use. It wouldn't look good and it wouldn't do any help for us. So yeah, these are the most important settings. Once you have finished, just click save. So before we start adding our social profiles to widgets, let's go and check how our blog posts look now. All right, let's click on the blog post. And as you can see, we have share buttons and it's called spread the love. Of course, you can change this section if you want by going back to SEO Social Share settings. And right here, you should find them. Spread the love. If you want, you can change it and hit save. Okay, it's time to add our social profiles to widgets. Let's go to widget section. And as you can see, this is our sidebar. So in total, we have 6 different locations where we can display our widgets. All right, so let's start with the sidebar. Let's add our social media icons, and these are right here, SEO Social Share follow icons. So this widget was added once we installed this plugin. All right, so to add this, just click right here and select where you want to add it. Let's add it to sidebar. Alright, we can set a title and give some text before widget content. So we can do this way. Next, we can change the icon shape. Let's change it to square. And all you have to do is just paste your URLs of your social media profiles. I'm just gonna add hashtags to show you how it's going to look. And once you have finished, don't forget to hit save. We can close this widget and we can move it to the top. Alright, so I guess we don't need search because we have a search bar in our header. We can delete it. Recent posts, we can delete this one as well. So basically we don't need any of these widgets which were added by default, so we can remove them all. So the next widget which we can add, it could be subscribe to our newsletter. So we would have to use this widget, Ninja Forms, but before that we have to create a form which will be used right here. So we should go to Ninja Forms dashboard. So this is the form which we are using in our contact us page, and the form which we will be using for newsletter should be different. So we have to add new, click add new and select blank form. So you want to add email field and let's add a submit button. And all other settings we can leave as they are and click publish. Let's give a title to our form, so we can call it newsletter, and let's hit publish. Let's go back, and now we can go back to appearance section. Let's select widgets and we can add Ninja Forms widget. So we are going to add to sidebar. Let's click add and we will select newsletter form. With newsletter we can hide the title. We don't really need to show the title. And let's hit save. Alright, so the next widget which we could add is this one. Bam, popular recent tags comments. So we can add this widget. This one came with our theme. So yeah, we can add this one as well. Yeah, we can hit save. So as you can see right here, we have a lot of different widgets and it's completely up to you which you want to use. Let's say I'm gonna use image as well. I'll use this widget as some type of ad. I'm just gonna add an image and I will add a link. So let's add to sidebar, let's move the location and let's add an image. So I'm gonna use this image which I created previously, just gonna click add and I can add an URL. So once the visitor clicks on this image, he will go to this link. So it's up to you what type of link you would like to add. In this case, I'm not going to add any links. So once you're done, click save. Let's go back to our homepage and let's see how it looks. And as you can see, this is how everything looks. So we have social media widget, we have an image, we have a newsletter subscription form, and we have this image with our content. So yeah, this is how you add widgets. So as I mentioned you before, they are small blocks of content. As well, we can do some changes to pages and blog posts. Let's say we don't want to display these widgets when someone goes to our contact us page. So to do this, we would have to go to pages section and we would have to change page layout. So we would have to select this option and we would have to click publish. So yeah, this is how you add widgets. Also, I wanted to tell you where the emails are going to be shown once, let's say, your visitor subscribes to your newsletter. Alright, let's add an email and let's click submit. Let's go to our WordPress dashboard and all emails will be displayed right here in Ninja Forms when you click on submissions. Let's select a form, newsletter, and as you can see, we have two submissions, two email addresses. So you can export these all email addresses and use them for your email marketing. Alright, since now you know how to work with widgets, we can start building our footer. So to do this, you want to go to dashboard, just like the previous time. Let's go to widget section and let's add the first widget for our footer. So the very first widget could be some text about our blog. Again, it's completely up to you what type of content you want to add, but I guess I will add some text about my blog. So I want to look for widget which is called text. Let's click right here and let's select footer 1. Let's add it and I will add some information. Alright, I just added some information and I'm gonna click save. And in the second section, we could add links to our pages, which we created previously. So like contact us, about, privacy policy, and terms of use. So to do this, you want to look for widget, which is called pages right here. So let's click on it. Let's select footer 2 and let's click add widget. So let's give a title to our widget and let's click save. And in the last section, we could add social media icons. So we are going to use the same widget which we used previously, Sassy Social Share. And let's select to add it to footer number 3, add widget, and we can give a title. And right here you will have to add your social media profiles. Once you have finished doing this, just scroll to the bottom and hit save. So once we have done adding widgets to these footer sections, we can go to our homepage and let's see how it looks now. Alright, so let's scroll to the bottom, and as you can see, this is how everything looks. So we have a quite nice looking footer section with 3 different sections. So as you can see, we created these sections using widgets, just like we used them right here. So these are small blocks of content which you can use in various places of your website. So in this case, we use them in our footer and in our sidebar. In this lesson, I will show you how you can create a static page as your homepage. As you can see right now, we have a homepage which is displaying our latest posts. And this is how our homepage would look if we decided to create a static homepage. And to create a static homepage, you would have to go to your dashboard. And first of all, you would have to create a new page. So go to the pages and click add new. Don't add any title to this page, and just add elements which you want to be displayed in your homepage. So as you can see, I just finished adding elements, and this is how my homepage is going to look. So the first block is a cover block. I found it right here, just like any other block. This section is made out of 2 columns. So the first column is with image. The second column has a header, paragraph, and a button. And I added some spacer again. And just like that, I created all other sections. So once you have added information, you shouldn't add title right here. But once you click on this section, you will see that this window pops up. So you want to click edit and add home. Once you have finished this, you can click save, and we can preview how our home page is going to look once you click right here. As you can see, this is how it would look, and if you are fine with the look, we can go back and publish this page. So if everything is fine, you can click right here and publish. Right here you should see a button which says publish. Also, if you want, you can do some layout changes. As you remember, in customization settings, we turned off the sidebar for our pages, but actually we can turn on a sidebar for each individual page. So right here in this section, we can turn on the sidebar. We can select right sidebar, and to see how it would look, you would have to click publish or update, and now we can click preview. So as you can see, this is how our homepage would look. So we have this page, and we have to set this page as our homepage. But before we can do that, we should go to dashboard, and we need to create another page which will be named blog. So let's go to pages, let's click add, and this time we can add the title. And right here you don't need to add anything at all. And once you have finished doing this, just click publish. Alright, let's go back, and as you can see right now, we have 2 new pages. The one which doesn't have title will be our homepage, and the second page, blog, will be used to display our blog post. So we have to do some changes in settings section, and you have to select reading. You probably already remembered this section from the previous lesson. Here we can change our homepage from the latest post to a static, and for our homepage we will have to select a page which doesn't have any title, and for blog posts we would have to select a page which we named blog. So we can save changes, and let's go to our homepage. As you can see, this is how our homepage is going to look. So instead of displaying the latest post, it's going to show us a static page. But actually we have to do some changes in the footer area. As you remember, for this section we used a widget which was called pages, and by default this widget displays all available pages. And right now, as you can see, this is our homepage and it's being displayed right here. We could leave a blog, but we should remove this page. So for example, let's say we're gonna click on blog, and as you can see, we have the latest posts in the blog section, and we used to have this look as our homepage before. And as I said, we should remove this page. So to do that, we should go to our dashboard, and we should go to appearance section and click on widgets. So as you remember, that widget of pages is in the second section of our footer right here, pages, and we can exclude pages, but we need a page ID to do this. So how to find a page ID? You should go to pages. Let's click all pages, and this is our home page. It doesn't have any title, and you should click on edit. And once you do this, you will see this link, and this is your ID. This is the number. It says post equals 204. 204. So 204 is our ID and we want to copy it. So let's go back to widget section. And now we have to go to the footer 2, and in pages widget, we have to paste this number. Once you know page ID, you can exclude as many pages as you want. All you have to do is just add comma and add other ID. So once you have done this, just click save, and let's go back to our home page. And let's go to our footer, and as you can see, the page was excluded. It's not being displayed anymore. So yeah, this is how you can create a static page as your home page. It's completely up to you if you want to display a static page or you want to show the latest post to your visitors. In this lesson, I'll be talking about SEO, and it stands for search engine optimization. So basically, we will be optimizing our blog posts so we would have better chances to appear in higher position of Google search results. But before we do that, we should go and do some changes to our SEO plugin, which we installed previously. So let's go right here and click on General tab. From here, we will go to Features, and let's start by disabling readability analysis, because we don't really need this plugin to keep us bugging with our readability score. In most cases, it doesn't do any help at all. So the next thing would be, let's disable text link counter, because otherwise this plugin will keep us bugging that we should include internal links to our content, and when you are starting your blog, you will not have any internal links whatsoever to include. So we can disable this option, and let's go and disable admin bar menu, because we don't really need this bar menu to be right here in this position, because we will not be using this plugin so often, so there's no need to have it. So once you have done doing this, just click Save Changes, and from here we can go to Search Appearance, because we will not be doing any changes right here. So let's go to Search Appearance, and right here you can add your blog name and you can upload your logo. Once you have done this, just click Save Changes, and let's go to Content Types. From here we will be doing some changes in the post section, so we can delete this section page, just delete it, and right now just go to Pages section, expand it, and we should add a meta description. So you want to type excerpt. So to do this, just type as you see on the right side, and it will be added automatically. So once you have done doing this, just click Save Changes, and we can go to Media section. Actually, in Media section, we will not be doing any changes whatsoever, so we can go to another section. In Category section, in Meta Description, we will add the same word, so just type excerpt. So basically, this function will add a short description of our category. It will use the text which is in the category. Let's go to the tag section, and we can disable tags because we want to avoid duplicate content. So just click No, and we can go to Format section, and let's do the same with the formats, because we want to avoid duplicate content. It's going to harm our SEO. So let's scroll down, and we can remove categories prefix because we don't need this word category in our URL. It's not doing any help for us at all. So once you have done this, just click Save Changes, and we can go to Archive section. So this is the last section to which we will be doing any changes. So as you can see right here, let's disable this Offer Archives because we want to avoid duplicate content, and it will not do any help for our search engine optimization. And let's do the same right here. Let's disable it, and once you have done this, just click Save Changes. To other these two sections, we will not be doing changes at all. We can move on to Social tab. In Social section, just add your social media profiles, and once you have done this, just hit Save. And to all these other sections, we will not be doing any changes at all. So once you have finished doing all these changes, we can go ahead and start optimizing our blog post with keywords. And as you can see, I have added some posts. Some of these posts are demo content, and here you will see the last blog post which I added when I was showing you how to add your first blog post. So I'm just gonna click on edit. So as you can see, this is the blog post which I created previously, and I want to optimize this blog post for keyword dropshipping. So once someone decides to look something about dropshipping and that person gonna enter a keyword, or let's say a key phrase dropshipping, I want my blog post to appear in Google search results. So that's the point of optimizing your content with keywords. Basically, keywords are phrases which users use to look for information in Google. So you have used Google in the past, you know how it works. It's not enough just to write content, you must know how to optimize it with keywords. Otherwise, people will not be able to find your blog post. So as you can see, this blog post is optimized with the keyword dropshipping. And as you can see, this keyword is mentioned in the title. It's mentioned in various places of different paragraphs. It's mentioned in headings as well. It's mentioned in listings. I have mentioned this keyword all over the text because I want Google to know that this blog post is all about dropshipping. As well, I have done the same with images. So once you're adding an image, for example, when you are adding images, for this example, I'm just gonna go right here and I'm gonna click on this image. So I would access media library. So as you can see, I have added 2 images in the blog post and I have selected one featured image for this blog post. And as you can see, all of these images have their title and alternative text. So basically the title is just the title of that image, and alternative text is being displayed when the image fails to load for the user. So in best case scenario, you would like to describe your image in alternative text, but I highly recommend you to use your keyword in alternative text and in the titles, because you want your images rank as well in search results. So it's going to help to rank your blog posts and images. So as you can see, in every single photo, I have mentioned dropshipping. I didn't use the same phrase, I didn't use the same titles in each image because it's not a good practice. You should do some changes, just mix it up. You don't want to overuse that keyword, and you don't want to make your text, titles, alternative text sound like a nonsense. So as you can see, alternative text and the titles of my images are optimized with keyword. So let's go back to our blog post. So like I said, this image is optimized with the keyword dropshipping, and this keyword is used all over the text. Once you have done this, we will do some changes to our SEO plugin section. So once you scroll down to the bottom, you will see your SEO plugin settings. So right here, you will see how your blog post is going to look in Google search results, in the mobile results, and in the desktop results. So as you can see, it's going to look like this. So it has our title, our keyword is mentioned in our title, and we should add a description, and description should include our main keyword as well. So to add description, meta description to this snippet, you would have to click right here, edit snippet, and let's add meta description. So as you can see, I just finished adding meta description, and as you can see, I have used my keyword dropshipping in this description as well. And this green bar shows that you have added a good amount of text. You don't want to add too much text, otherwise it's not going to be displayed right here. And you don't want to add just a little of text because you want to use as much space in Google search results as possible, because it's your moment to stand out from other search results, from other competitors. So try adding as much text as possible, and don't forget to use your main keyword in the meta description as well. So once you have done these steps, we can actually check our content, our blog post, to see how well it's optimized with a keyword dropshipping. And to do this, you would have to go right here and you'll have to enter your focus key phrase, or in other words, your keyword. So in this case, my keyword is going to be dropshipping. And as you can see, we got a green badge. It means that our content is optimized well, and we have good chances to appear in Google search results in a higher position. Of course, there are more factors involved in the rankings of Google search results, but when you are a beginner, the most important thing is to learn how to optimize your text with the keywords. As well, we will do some changes in social media section. Let's go right here and let's go to Facebook section. So basically in Facebook section, all you have to do is just add the same title and the same description as we added right here. As you can see, this is our title and this is our description. So just add the same description and title in these fields, and just add the image, which will be displayed once somebody shares your blog post on Facebook. So you can use the same image as we used for our featured image. And once you have finished doing this, we can go to Twitter section and just do the same, add the same title, add the same description, and add the image. So once you have finished doing this, you can go and publish your blog post. So this is how you optimize your blog post with keywords. And right now I will show you what tools I use and what tools I recommend you to use to do a simple keyword research, so you will know how well these keywords are performing. You will know how many monthly searches they are getting, and if it is very difficult to rank these keywords organically. So the first tool which I like to use for keyword research is a free Google Chrome extension which is called Surfer. So you can look it up in the Google, and this is how it's called, Surfer, and you can add it to your Chrome browser. So once you have added this tool will show you how many monthly searches a certain keyword is getting. So for example, our keyword dropshipping, as you can see in the United States, is getting over 90,000 monthly searches. So it's quite a lot, and probably it means that this keyword is quite competitive and it might be quite difficult to rank this keyword. And on the right side you can see some other keyword suggestions, some similar keywords which go together with this main keyword dropshipping. And when we are talking about keywords, it doesn't necessarily need to be a keyword made out of one word. It can be made out of couple words, like AliExpress dropshipping, or let's say WooCommerce dropshipping, or any different type of keyword. It doesn't need to be just a single word. It can be multiple words and it can be your keyword. So basically it's a key phrase which is being used in your text, so Google could recognize that your blog post is all about that keyword, because the goal of Google is to show the most relevant content to their users. So that's why you want to optimize your blog post with keywords. So alright, this tool Surfer as well shows you how many words a certain blog post, let's say your competitor, has written, and how many times this keyword has been mentioned in that blog post. So these first results are ads. As you can see, it says ad. Let's scroll down. So as you can see, there's a blog post, The Ultimate Guide to Dropshipping, which was published by Shopify. And as you can see here, it says that this blog post has over 1,000 words and the keyword dropshipping was mentioned 24 times. By doing this type of research, you can understand how many words you have to write and probably how many times you can mention this keyword if you want to rank your blog post. So it's like a nice to know how many words you should write. So obviously the best case scenario is that you want to write more words, and you don't want to go over the top and start using your main keyword dropshipping over and over again. You want to make your blog post to sound naturally, and you don't want to make it look like a nonsense. Alright, so as I said, this Surfer tool lets you to check how many monthly searches a certain keyword is getting. As well, you will get some keyword suggestions, and as well right here it shows the estimated monthly traffic for that domain in United States. So the next tool which I'm going to show you is called Uber Suggest. So right here it is. This is the Uber Suggest tool which I usually use. It shows a similar information just like the Surfer. As you can see, it shows the same search volume as the Surfer did. So obviously this keyword is getting over 90,000 monthly searches, and as well it shows what is SEO difficulty. So as you can see, SEO difficulty is 76. So 76 out of 100. That means it's pretty difficult to rank this keyword, only optimizing your content with the keywords. And once you scroll down, you will see some keyword suggestions like keyword ideas. So of course this tool is a paid, but with a free version you can do a very simple keyword research, so you would have a better understanding how well this keyword is performing. So in keyword ideas we are getting some nice keyword suggestions. As you can see, dropshipping keyword is quite competitive and it's very difficult to rank, but dropshipping suppliers, it's less competitive and it's easier to rank, but the search volume is lower. And just like that, you can get some ideas, the content ideas, keyword ideas, by using these tools. Also, once you scroll down, you will see some of the best performing blog posts which rank for this keyword dropshipping. Basically, by using these tools you can do a very simple keyword research, so you would know how popular these keywords are and how competitive they are. In this lesson, I will show you how you can add your website to Google Search Console. So you will be able to see which keywords bring you the most traffic, which position they are ranking. Also, you will be able to check which websites are linking to your blog or website, and Google will inform you about errors which are happening on your website, so you could fix them. And also you will see other settings as well. So to add your website to Google Search Console, first of all, you have to look for Google Search Console. So enter in Google and click on the first link. Just set up your account, and once you have finished setting up your account, you should see this window. So you have to enter your domain name in this section. Once you have done this, just click continue, and now you have to verify your website. So we have to add this code, this alt code, in our DNS management of our domain name. So we have to go to Hostinger, and once you sign into your Hostinger account, we should go to domain section and just select your domain and click manage. It doesn't matter where you registered your domain name, the procedure is going to be the same. You will have to go to DNS Zone Manager. So in this case, it's called DNS Zone. Click right here, and we will have to add a text section in this area. So we should click Add New, enter host ETA, and paste the value which we copied previously. And TTL, it's time to load. We can leave it as it is. And once you have done, click Save. And you should get a message that DNS record was created successfully. It might take some time, usually up to 1 hour, for these settings to propagate, but we can go back to our Search Console and we can click Verify. So, alright, we got this message that ownership verification failed. That means we should wait a little bit more. Alright, let's click Verify one more time. And once you have waited some time, after you click Verify, you should get this message that the ownership was verified. And now once it's done, we can go to our property. If you want, you can check the instructions. You can see what each tool is meant for, but I will show you everything myself. So we can close this window. Alright, so first things first, once we have claimed our property, we have to submit the sitemap of our website. So to do this, we have to go right here in Sitemaps, and we will have to add our sitemap. So to find the URL of our sitemap, we should go back to our WordPress website. Let's go to Dashboard, and let's go to our SEO plugin, and let's click on General tab. Let's go to Features section, and right here in this section, XML sitemaps, let's click on this question icon, and let's click on See the XML sitemap. And this is our sitemap. So all you want to do right now is just copy the URL of this sitemap. So just copy it, and let's go back to our Google Search Console. And let's paste this URL in this section. So once you click on Sitemaps, you will get this window, and just paste that URL and click Submit. So you should get this message that the sitemap was submitted successfully. So just click Got it. And now I will show you around the Google Search Console. So let's go to Overview. And right here you will see how your website is performing in Google Search. So you will get information in this section. You will see how many clicks you're getting. You will be able to see what errors you're getting. And if you're gonna get any type of error, you'll get a message right here with a notification of a certain error. And you will get some kind of guide of tutorial how you can fix this issue. And performance section, right here you will be able to track the clicks, the keywords which bring you the most traffic to your website. As well, you will be able to see the impressions, how many impressions you are getting, the average position of a certain keyword. So here you will see all the data, and right here you will see keywords and all other information. So you can check the pages, which pages are bringing you the most traffic, countries, devices, and all other information as well. In coverage section, you will see all the errors which Google found on your website, so you will be able to fix them. So in sitemaps, we submitted our sitemap, and this section is not very important. And in speed tab, you will see the speed recommendations, which pages are performing better than others, which needs some kind of attention, needs to be improved. In mobile usability, you will see as well some errors. If your website, blog posts, pages are mobile friendly, and in site link search box, it's not very important. And in links section, you will be able to check the websites which are linking to your website. So basically you will be able to see backlinks and how many of them you're getting, and you will be able to see which pages are being linked the most and so on. So if you want to have a successful blog, you should use Google Search Console, so you could see what errors you're getting. You could track the keywords, you will see how well they are performing. So this is how you add your website to Google Search Console. And if you have registered your domain somewhere else, the procedure is basically the same. All you have to do is just add text element in your DNS management settings. In this lesson, we will be adding our website to Google Analytics, so we could track all the visits coming from the various places. We will be able to see where traffic is coming from, if it's coming from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other source. We will be able to see how much time people are spending on our website on a certain pages, what is the bounce rate. As well, we will be able to see see how many live users we have on our website at the moment, and all other information which is associated to traffic which is coming to your website. So if you want to have a successful website, it doesn't matter if it's going to be blog, e-commerce store, or any other type of website, you must have Google Analytics. Otherwise, you will not be able to track the traffic which is coming to your website, and you will not be able to make some kind of conclusions which pages are performing well or which are performing worse. So to install Google Analytics, you want to look for Google Analytics. So once you have found this, just click on it. So you will be asked to create an account. So once you have created your account, you have added information, you should be seeing similar window to this. Of course, you might not be seeing anything like that because you have not added any properties yet. So you should go to admin section right here, and you should see something like this. So once you are here, you should click create an account and just add account name. So you can add the name of your website. Once you have done this, just scroll to the bottom and click next. Select web, click next, and enter your website name. Just paste the URL of your website, select your industry, and choose time zone. So choose your time zone. Once you have done this, just click create. So you'll have to accept these terms and conditions. Click accept, and let's click here. And right here you will get your code. So your tracking code is right here, and you want to copy this code. So just copy this code. And now we should go back to our WordPress website. Let's go to dashboard, and from here we will have to install one plugin. So let's go to plugins, click add new, and in the search bar type analytics. As you can see, there are plenty of plugins available which can help you track visits to your website, but I'm going to show you one plugin which I use myself. So you want to install this plugin, GA Google Analytics. So just install it and activate it. So alright, once you have installed this plugin, we should go to settings section, and right here you should see Google Analytics. Click on it, and all you have to do is just click plugin settings, and in this section we have to paste our tracking ID which we copied previously. Just paste it and select global site tag. All right, once you have done this, just click save changes, and before we go back to Google Analytics, you can purge the cache. Once you hover right here, just click purge all, and let's go back to Google Analytics. All right, so this is where we left, and now we can go to homepage of Google Analytics. Once you click right here, so as you can see, we are getting live data. We have one active user, so that one active user is me. Of course, we can do some changes and disable tracking for ourselves. But before we do this, I just want to walk you through some of the most important sections. In this section, you will see the live users. So as you can see, right now we have one live user, and you can check more data in real time once you click right here and you click overview. So we are getting more information, and we can see which page has active users. We can see where they are coming from. So as you can see, it's being displayed in the map. You can check the locations. So in audience section, you will be able to see your users, the traffic, how many sessions you had, what is the average time spent on your website. And as you can see, you will see the language, the country, the city where your visitors are coming from. When you are starting out, you should explore analytics yourself to see how it works. When I use Google Analytics, there are a lot of different data elements which I use myself. Since I run an e-commerce store, there are more information which is relevant to me. But if you are running a blog, let's say, you can check the pages which are bringing you the most traffic. And to do this, you would have to go to acquisition, click all traffic, click channels, and once you're here, you will be able to see where the traffic is coming from. In this section, it's going to show you organic traffic, social media traffic, referral traffic, direct traffic. So once you click on, let's say, on the social media traffic, it's going to show you more information in depth. So you will be able to see if this traffic is coming from Facebook, if it's coming from Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, or any other source. So yeah, you'll be able to check where the traffic is coming from. As well, you will see how many users you got, how much time they spent on your website, and by selecting the secondary dimensions, you'll be able to see more information. For example, in commonly used, you can click on the landing page and you'll be able to see which page is bringing you the most traffic from a certain source, if it's organic, if it's social media. And if it's a social media, you'll be able to check which social platform is bringing you the most traffic. So you will be able to see all these settings right here. And once you click right here, you can go to users, and let's say you can select age, browser, country, city, or any other secondary dimension, and you'll be able to see traffic which is coming to your website by the country, by the age, or any other secondary dimension. And once you are in the home section, as I said before, right here you'll be able to see live users. In this section you'll get the summary of the last 7 days. You can change to any other time frame. In this section you'll be able to see how much traffic you are getting by the day, so it's going to be displayed right here, and where this traffic is coming from, if it's coming from organic sources, if it's coming from social media, direct visits, if you are getting direct visits, or any other. In this section you will see which country is bringing you the most traffic. In this section you will see users by the time of the day, so at what time of the day you are getting the most traffic. So right now we don't see any information because it's a new website, but once you will start getting traffic, you will be able to check all the information, and don't be afraid, explore everything yourself and just check what information is the most relevant to you. So like I said, we can also disable tracking for ourselves. So to do this, we would have to go back to our dashboard, and let's go to settings section, and let's click Google Analytics. So plugin settings. And if you don't want to be tracked with analytics, you would have to go down to the bottom, and you would have to click disable tracking of admin level users. So click right here and just click save. From now on, your visits will not be tracked on Google Analytics, and it's good because you will know the real traffic which is coming to your website. So this is how you add your website to Google Analytics. And if you would like to learn more about Google Analytics, I highly recommend you to go Google Analytics Academy, where you will be able to learn way more about analytics in depth by taking free courses. As you can see, there's a lot of information about analytics which you can learn for free. So if you are interested in, I highly recommend you to go to Google Analytics Academy to learn more about it.